everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to Don's Empty Kitchen. This is Don, the Empty Chef Wellborn, and this is Don's Empty Kitchen, and it is Mother's Day. Oh my God, the middle of the month, and everybody's broke, and they picked a holiday for the most important person in your life, or at least should be. My mom's long gone, but my ex-wife is still around, and that's who this cake is going to be for. Hi, Tracy. So this cake is for Tracy. Hopefully, I can get Kayla to come pick it up and take it to her because my daughter Kayla lives with my ex-wife. So anyway, so this is going to be a very basic cake. What you can do in your kitchen. And as you can see here, I got everything here. Hopefully I got everything here. I don't have to get up. And so let's start off with, well, first of all, we got a strainer. Okay. And let's go to the overhead so you guys can see everything and say goodbye to my ugly mug. And I just got to see which one is the overhead camera. And there we go. Okay. So, yeah, everything's kind of higgledy-piggledy. As you can see, I have this huge sweet potato. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. That's why it's on the table, so it bugs me that, you know, it's such a huge sweet potato. I have no idea what to do with it. But anyway, we've got salt. This is Himalayan salt, but just regular salt works fine. We got salt. We got vanilla. We got some baking powder. We got a cup of oil. Did I measure out 2 cups of milk? Oh, no, that's sugar. Okay. Yeah, we got 2 cups of sugar. We need a cup of milk. I thought I had everything. I guess I don't. So that's sugar. 2 cups of sugar, a cup of oil, 2 cups of sugar, and 4 cups of flour. Okay. This recipe actually requires 3.75 cups of flour, but this is a 9-inch pan, and I'm going to try and fill it twice. So, because I want to make a layered cake. Also, I'm going to have to get up for this. I just know it. Yes. Also, to make it a little extra special for Tracy, I got a little bit of chocolate chips left. So we're gonna use the what's left of the chocolate chips. So we're gonna use that after everything is all set and everything. And you know what? I forgot the egg. The first thing we got to do, we got to move this out of the way. Move this to where you guys can see it. Oh, didn't mean to hit the camera there. There we go. Move this to where you guys can see it. Okay. And we need 5 eggs. So if I can get my fingers around them. And I got 2 bowls here, one for dry goods and one for 2 bowls. There's 1. 2. 3. And I'm using 2 hands because I don't want to show off. I don't want to get a shell in here. So I'm actually, doing it the old-fashioned way with 2 hands. There we go. So there's our 5 eggs. Now, the way we make our vanilla cake, because vanilla cake is made the same way no matter what. But the way I make my vanilla cake extra spongy and fluffy is I do everything in stages, and that for some reason that really helps. So by mixing my eggs first, I'm going to beat these really well. And these are fresh eggs. They're less than 2 weeks old. But any eggs you have around the house, I mean, as long as they don't stink when you open them up, you can use them. See how we're getting it nice and frothy? And I'm going to do this for about 2 minutes, and then I'll stop. Okay, so I'm going to cut now. Okay, so I've been beating these eggs for about 2.5 minutes, and see how they're nice and frothy and well mixed together. So that's our eggs. The next thing we're going to add in is the whole 2 cups of sugar. So we're going to put in 2 cups of sugar. And again, we're going to beat it for about 2 or 3 minutes until we get a nice, complete texture. And it's going to be a white texture. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so there we go. I know in the top camera this really still looks yellow, because of all the lights that are on at this time, on me and on the table, and I got all kinds of production lights going, so it still looks yellow, but really it's a custardy color, and it's very well mixed. And the way to tell, when you're finished mixing with this, the way to tell is you stop getting big bubbles. As you're mixing, you'll get big bubbles that will rise to the top of the surface. And when you're finished, you end up with these tiny little bubbles that you can see here. And that's when you know you're ready for the next stage. When you start seeing tiny little bubbles instead of great big fat things like that, you know, that's when you know you're ready for the next stage. And our next stage is our 1 cup of oil. And that left a nasty mark on the table. Hopefully that will come out. So I'm just gonna mix that in like that. And I'm just gonna let it drip out, uh, till it's happy. I'm not gonna take a whisk to it or anything. It doesn't have to be exactly 1 cup. If you don't have a whole cup of oil, don't worry about it. Okay. So we're gonna do this again, and again I'm gonna mix it on low, and it's been on low the whole time, guys. I'm gonna mix it on low for 2 minutes. Okay, 2.5 minutes. Okay, so there is the consistency. We're looking for a liquid, and that's actually very, very good. That is very, very good. So, I'm going to take these out for a second. But, I'm dripping it on myself. Uh-huh. The idea is to drip it in the bowl, Don. Making a Mother's Day cake, da 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 da. Making a Mother's Day cake, yada yada da da da. I know I'm crazy. I know. But listen, it's the middle of the month, and it's very hard to find funds in the middle of the month. So, like, if you have nothing else you can do for your mom or your wife or whoever the important person is in your life, on Mother's Day, then why not make them a cake? You know, I'm preheating my oven, so I really can't put it over here. Okay, under the camera. We'll put it under the camera. Oh, move the camera. Move the camera. That's okay. That's all right. Okay, one of these days I'm going to actually tape it to the table. Okay. So, all right, and we got the bowl basically center of the camera, so that will do nicely. Okay. So now we're going to start with 4 cups, really 3.75 cups if you want to be anal about it, but I'm just going to use 4 cups because I'm trying to make 2 tins because I want to make it layered, right? And we're going to take 4 cups of flour, and this is just regular flour. This is not cake flour. This is not bread flour. This is just regular everyday flour. And I'm just going to sift it. I sift it the old-fashioned way because I don't have a bread sifter. a flour sifter. So I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. And this is, okay, we're almost done the first one. And you don't realize how, I mean, look at that. I mean, you don't realize those are hard bits. You don't realize that you do get hard bits in your flour. Like, that's, drops of water must have got in there. I don't know. I don't know what that was. Anyway, so this is second, my second, my second thing of those things hold 2 cups of flour perfectly. So one of those leveled is 2 cups of flour. And I found that out in another recipe when I was farting around with those. Yeah. So this strainer is not as fine as a sifter, but it's still doing the same job. So taking out the hard bits. So yeah. Okay. So look at that. Look at that. Look what I got out. I mean, you know, it's hard to believe. You know? Okay. So that's our flour. Now, I'm gonna put that over there. Put that over top of the. Put it over top of the sweet potato. And we're gonna take just a pinch of salt. So I'm just gonna do that. Maybe a little more. There. So just a pinch of salt. And we need a full tablespoon, a level tablespoon of baking powder. There's a brand new one. I opened up the brand new one because my other one is so old that I don't even know if it's still any good. It's been in my cupboard for years and years and years. I haven't touched it. So because I am not a baker. But it is Mother's Day, so we got brand new baking powder. I want to say baking soda, but it's not. It's baking powder. Don't get them mixed up. So, okay, we're going to call that. We're going to call that. And get out of the way of the other camera. We're going to call that a level tablespoon. So we're going to add that. Okay, and I added my salt, my baking soda, and my powder. Okay, and I'm going to mix these together. Just give me a second. Let me get a whisk. And why I just want to whisk is because I just want to mix all 3 of the dry ingredients together. Just like that. Just like that. And we're going to call that, okay, there we go. All right, we're going to call that well mixed. Okay? So there's our dry ingredients. Okay. Now, going to go back to our other bowl. And this is going to be a little tricky. So, is that going to stay? It's a balancing act. It's a small table. It's a balancing act. Okay. So, we're going to take our beaters again. Okay. And we're going to put them back in. And if I can get it in. What the hell? There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. So, dry into wet always, no matter what you're making, always dry into wet, not wet into dry. Okay. So get your wet going, and if I do this, I can slow. Bowl's coming off the table though. Maybe if I go over here, maybe the bowl will move. But you want to slowly just add like a third of it in at a time. Okay? Put that there. And we're going to mix that together. And it's starting to get really thick and it's going to get clumps if I don't put some milk in. So we're going to add just like a quarter of our half cup of milk. A third of a cup, I guess. And if you find you need more milk, then add it. You know, add more milk if you need more milk. Don't add too much though. I wouldn't go over a cup at the most. If you want a nice thick consistency, but you don't want it clumpy. It's not dough, it's cake mix. So, see how we're getting the nice swirls? I'm going to bring it up around the edge. And I don't mean to be yelling, I'm sorry. I forget that my mic has a mute for machine noise. So, but you can still hear me talking, but I still want to shout over it for some reason. So I'm sorry about that. And again, we put about a third about what we got left. Okay. Now we mix that in. Let me get more centered here. There we go. And we mix that in. It's starting to get a little too thick, so we're going to add some more milk. And we want to keep the same consistency that we had. Maybe just a little more milk. So you know what I'm not gonna say half a cup of milk. I'm gonna say 3/4 of a cup of milk. Because I'm gonna need more for the next one. So we're gonna go with that. Okay? So I'll hold that up to this camera so you guys can see it. Okay? That's how much we got left on that camera. And I want this a little thinner, so I'm gonna add some more milk. There we go. That's a little easier to pull through. That's a really thick cake mix, and it's a lot of it, so that's good. Probably gonna have more than we need. And we're gonna add the last of our dried. Mix it in. And the last of our milk, which is quite a bit. That's gonna thin it. I might have put a little too much milk. Um, maybe not. Because this is still hard to pull through, so. I don't know if you can see this, but behind the beaters, I'll turn this to the side. Behind the beaters, it's starting to get like a thick dough, which is definitely not what we want. So I'm going to try and keep just mixing it. Hey guys, I'm back. How are you? So our mixture, I've cleaned up a little bit. Our mixture has been sitting for about half an hour, and you guys saw me put the chocolate chips on the stove. Nobody said anything, so half my chocolate chips are melted because I'm preheating the oven. So thanks a lot, guys. So I did an art project. I'm not very good at art, and I put this on parchment paper, and then I took an X-Acto knife and I went around it, and I got this. So that's close enough, I guess. And my butter is totally frozen, so I used vegetable oil to coat my pan, and the sides are coated, the bottom's coated. It's all nicely coated with vegetable oil. I used a brush. Another thing I forgot, guys, I'm sorry, and this has been sitting for about half an hour, a little longer than half an hour. And one thing I forgot, let's switch cameras so you don't have to look at my ugly mug. Okay, there we go. And we want it. Where do we want it? Over this way more? Yeah. Okay. So the one thing I forgot was the vanilla extract. So uh, that goes in with your wet ingredients when you do the eggs and the oil. But it really doesn't matter. And I like a little extra vanilla. So I'm going to mix that in with a spoon. And get the lid back on so I don't lose it. Come on. I'm just totally useless today. There we go. There we go. Okay. So let's give this a vigorous stirring. As you can see, it's really thick. It's a little too thick, but it should be a nice spongy cake. Just means it's just going to take a little longer in the oven. Normally, it's anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes at 350 degrees. And use a toothpick. When the top gets golden brown, check on it every 5 minutes. Put a toothpick in it. If the toothpick comes out clean, then the cake is done. If it doesn't come out clean, then leave it for another 5 minutes and check on it again in 5 minutes. Okay, we're going to call that mixed. And I'm going to need this spoon to get that out. So let's just leave that right there. And you know what? I forgot to mix in the chocolate chips. So we're going to put in some chocolate chips and chocolate melted chips. Come on. Excuse my fingers. Oh well. Guess you don't get these. Sorry, Tracy. All right. So we got the chocolate chips mixed in. We got the vanilla mixed in. I'm going to leave that spoon right there. And now, we're going to try my little art project here. Move the vanilla before it tips over. Okay, so I don't know how close I got, but we shall see. Well, that's not too bad. Hey, that's pretty damn good. So that's just, I could have done the sides too, but I'm really not that good at paper mache. So this is this kind of heavy, so I'm going to use this arm to support it, and maybe out of focus for a few minutes or out of frame, but so I think we're getting most of the chocolate chips in the bottom layer, which this is going to be the bottom layer of the cake. And I think we're calling that So we're going to give that a little twisty twisty. And I got a lazy Susan over there. I should use it once in a while, you know? It might help things. So, anyway, that's our cake, and it's going in the oven for 35 to 45 minutes. And then we'll do the second layer. And I don't know, maybe we'll do icing, maybe not. I don't think so. I don't think we'll have time this episode to do icing. But icing is pretty easy. It's just sugar, powdered sugar, icing sugar and water. And I am terrible at icing cakes, so you wouldn't want to watch me do that anyway. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to, whoops, wrong one. There we go. That was my third camera. So anyway, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to wait for that to cooked, and we'll see you at the end, okay? So take care, guys, and I'll see you soon. Hey, everybody. So it's been a couple hours. I let the cake completely cool, and that's that's our cake. Ooh. Oh, over here. Oh, wait. I'll get it. That's too far. That's good, but this way. Okay, right there. There you go. Ooh. So, and as you can see, it muffin topped like crazy. So, I'm going to have to just bring a knife and just. And it's got a crispy edge. So, this is scaring me. I don't want to break it. Okay, we'll go around. We'll do one side. It's getting off the. Did I get it? Okay, I wasn't all the way through, okay? Oh no, I lost a piece. Oh no! Oh no, it broke. I broke a piece off. Good though. Memory's full. Okay, so we got 3 minutes. Okay. So there is our bottom layer. And I can take this off now. There's our bottom layer of cake. Not bad, huh? So that's one. And this is Chef's Treat. But you know what's going on this layer? This is a bottle of raspberry syrup that's been in my fridge forever. It goes on ice cream. And I was thinking it would be a good filler or topping or whatever for the middle of the cake. So I'm just gonna pour this all out. Okay, that's it. That's it for the raspberry syrup. Raspberry, PC raspberry syrup that goes on ice cream. Okay? Okay. So let's put this cake where you guys can see it. And I'm just going to swirl this around. I'm going to make another layer to go on top of it. I'm going to keep the muffin layer for myself. If it muffins again, but the thing is, I got to take it out of the pan. I got a Lazy Susan over there, but it needs to be washed. So I'm going to wash the Lazy Susan, and I'll put the cake on the Lazy Susan. Not much to show, but just a little hint of raspberry to soak in. That raspberry and the chocolate should be phenomenal together. So, yeah, so there we go. And now I guess I am going to have to ice it just to hold it together. Okay. So that's another part of our cake done. And I'll see you guys either later on or tomorrow or whenever I finish the cake. Okay. Hey everyone, how you doing? So let me tell you what happened with the cake. I dropped the bowl, so so goodbye to the second layer. But luckily, I hadn't devoured the muffin layer, so it kind of turned into a muffin cake. So I put the muffin layer on top of the strawberry jam and just left it like that. And then I cut it into triangles, like what you see here, and sent most of it to Tracy. I did keep one for myself. This is, I did keep a slice for myself, although it's still semi-frozen. It's it's still almost frozen, so it's not as chewy, but so good. Mm. With coffee, that's going to be amazing. So, happy Mother's Day, everybody. I hope your cake turns out better than mine, and I hope you have better luck than I did. Mm. Thank you very much for watching, and here's an important message. Bye-bye. Hey, I hope you liked the video, and like, subscribe, and share. And remember, if you really like us, we got our Patreon below. One last thing I'd like to say is you have value, you have worth, and you deserve a place in this world. So find that one thing that's going to get you out of bed in the morning and do it. And don't let anybody tell you any different either. Hey, I'm Don the Anti-Chef, and I'm pulling for you. All right, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.